Alright, I tapped this here. I determined it's just a standard 1/2-inch pipe thread. And I have that tap sitting around, so it seems, I was overthinking it. So we got that done. What we're going to do now is I got to make a gasket for this head. And what I did is I picked up this gasket material. I think it's actually exhaust gasket, but I tried to buy a gasket for that online, and nobody seems to have it. It's strange because that's a common engine. But I picked this Felpro stuff up, and it's actually I don't know if you can see here, but it's actually metal sandwiched in between these two pieces of cardboard, so it should work good. But I won't be able to make that. I'll have to make a template. Some people make gaskets by beating these with a ball peen hammer and stuff, and this stuff is a little too thick for that. Plus, what I did with the head and all the epoxy and stuff like that, I don't want to be beating it with a hammer. So I'm gonna make a template for that. But I didn't want to use regular gasket material because I've had head gaskets blown, and they're actually not factory, but aftermarket gaskets that I bought, and it was actually on a stover, and the stover has an oil sump in there. So when that head gasket blew, that was a mess. Had to drain all the oil and everything. So let's go and try and make this gasket here. I guess I should mention for guys that are interested in this kind of stuff. Here's the part number and stuff. It says it's a 1/16 thick. Let me mic that for you guys that like to work in thousandths. But you can pick out. I think I picked this up at Napa or something. Let me mic this for you guys. Okay. Wow. About I don't know if you can see that. It's 65 thousandths. And actually, I think that's pretty close to what the original is. So, all right, I'm making a paper template here. It's just a piece of standard computer paper, and I'm just taking a pencil here. It's good if you have a carpenter's pencil. You got the big wide lead on them, but I don't have one sitting around. I don't know if it's showing up on paper or showing up on camera. But when you hit the edges and stuff, it darkens. And then I'm just going to keep going around here. Actually, I don't have to go in the middle because of the valves, but there is a circle here that I want to catch right here. So like I say, going to keep going around like this until I do the whole thing. Alright, let me continue on. It's almost like magic. Alright, I don't know if you can see that, but it came out pretty good. Now, you can actually pencil these in, make them a little darker, but they're actually pretty good. Now usually what I do is I'll spray some adhesive on this and then put that on there and just cut it out. But maybe I'll put it on with two-sided tape because I got plenty of that. Alright, let me see what I'm going to do. Now you can cut this stuff with regular scissors here, but instead of ruining a pair of surgical scissors here, made in Italy, I'm going to go with some aircraft tin snips here because they work just as good. You don't have as good a control, but Alright, let me cut this out and we'll see what it looks like when I get done. Alright, I got it cut out and it came out alright. I had to mark it for the guys, you know, the head side and block side, where the intake is and the exhaust, because this thing ain't perfectly round. If they don't put it on just right, then it ain't gonna meet, because you know, the head is all cattywampus, so they got to put it on just right. But what I noticed, you know, I was cleaning this up for them, and I noticed over here, I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but on the side, this water chamber here is pitted, you know. But luckily, you know, the surface around the compression chamber is really nice, so there won't be any pressure on this side. You know, the water, is no pressure there, and hopefully, I don't know if you can see this. Trying to focus in. This stuff will, you know, create a seal and prevent it from leaking. But I think we'll be okay. All right. Now I guess I got to make an exhaust gasket, not an exhaust, but spark plug gasket here. You know, where I made that plate. All right, let me make that for the guys. All right, I made a gasket here. This is what belongs there. It's like a copper O-ring, but this is pretty crushed and pretty wore out. So I made this. And here's the plate. So let me put that on there and tighten it up for a second. Alright, I didn't heave up on this in case they want to take it out for some reason, oil up the cylinder or something, who knows. But we'll see how that works, and if that gasket don't work, then I'll just have to get one, a brand new copper ring. Alright. We'll use this one. This one, you know, I mean, if there's no gaps in it, it'll probably work, but we'll see.